This is going to be another uni week in my life.
Like, I've got mascara.
Oh my goodness.
You're kidding.
And this is how long it is. Good afternoon everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. So as you guys can see by the title, this is going to be another uni week in my life. I thought I would film another weekly vlog because it has been a hot minute since I filmed my last one. So if you guys missed my last one, then I'll leave it down below. Basically in my last vlog I was kind of setting up for my first week of year 2 law. Currently we are week 9, which is just insane. I feel like this year in particular is going by so quickly. Like the fact that I have like 3 weeks after this week left of the semester just actually blows my mind, because mentally I'm like about week 6. I have a lot to update you guys on. There's going to be a lot that I can vlog this week. It's also quite like a busy week in terms of like church events and other events and stuff for me as well. So yeah, it'll be a good kind of test of what a true typical uni week in my life looks like. If you guys are new here, I am doing a Bachelor of Laws degree. I'm in my 2nd year. I did film everything in my 1st year, like pretty much. So if you want to see my 1st year journey, I will leave my university playlist down below. I attend a university here in Auckland. So you guys have seen a little bit of how my day has been. Since having the shower, I obviously got ready for the day, did my skincare, blitzed my hair dry. I have done a load of towels. They are hanging on the line. I've got another load of washing on. Phil and I have just spent some time prepping for our Bible study tomorrow. So Phil and I, we run a Bible study on Tuesday nights, so we have to do like a bit of prep. Normally we do that prep on Monday night, so today is Monday, but tonight we have an event that we're going to for church. They're running what's called a Going Deeper, which is like where you can learn a little bit more about topics from the Bible. So tonight's one is on like angels and demons, so we just thought that'd be a good one to go to. On Mondays I just have a 2-hour lecture. So I have my trusts lecture from 4 to 6, which is like a branch of personal property. So I did personal property last year. It was really difficult, but I feel like trusts this year is a little bit easier, having some of that background knowledge from last year. And that's all that I have today. Mondays are normally like pretty chill for me. I do like a bit of a house reset in the morning on Mondays. I do really enjoy Mondays, not gonna lie. It's where I set up my prayer journal for the week. It's where I reset the house. I set up my uni to-do list. We prep for Bible study that we host the next day. So it just feels like it's a lot of like resetting and stuff. I will show you guys my outfit probably as I'm about to head out, because I'll put like a coat and my like shoes and stuff on. I thought I would show you guys my uni to-do list and then kind of just give you a bit of an update as to where we're at with like assignments and things like that. So if you guys are new to my channel and you don't know, I handwrite all of my notes. So at the start of the week I will always do a weekly to-do list, which just collates all of my readings, and then like if I need to do assignments and stuff, I'll also jot those down. So I have like the headings for my classes. So trusts, public law, tort law, and then contracts, because I currently use this learning platform here which is called Canvas, and it has like all of my classes and things, but it doesn't have like a set to-do list for like all the readings all together for all the classes. It's like all the classes individually have readings to do, so I just like to collate them on a to-do list. So everything in black is like stuff that I didn't get to from the previous week, and then everything in blue is like this week. Some of them I have got like some cases and stuff to read. This isn't like all of the cases from all of these weeks because I've read through some of them, but I just haven't finished reading through them. So as you can see, for law you do have a lot to do. Also, with it being week 9, obviously I've done like a couple of assignments, and my readings tend to get pushed back when my assignments are due. And then also I thought I'd show you guys, if you haven't seen any of my uni videos before, I have a folder within my university folder here. I hope you guys can see, with year 2 law, and then I have my 4 different classes here. So for example, if I click on trusts, and then I just like screenshot some stuff from the slides in my lectures that's like too much for me to write down, and then I also will have a cases folder for each class as well, where I'll just like screenshot some stuff from the cases if it's too much to write. It's kind of how I like to organize myself for the year, and it tends to work really, really well. So I'm going to try and get through probably some of these trusts readings. I'm thinking I might try and finish this Garrow and Kelly trust law one, because I don't have too much left to go on that reading. In terms of where we are at currently with week 9, obviously we've had our mid-semester break. All of mid-semester break pretty much I was doing readings and just like trying to catch up, mostly in public law, because I also had a public law assignment due on the first Monday back after the mid-semester break. So that one was like, I think it was a 2,500 word assignment thing, where you could either answer it as an essay or answer it as like the 3 questions, because I had like 3 questions you needed to answer, and that was kind of all about the like treaty principles and the New Zealand Constitution. And so in that class we've kind of been like talking about like Parliament and stuff. So I've submitted that assignment. I haven't got my results back for it yet though. I am a little bit nervous because apparently the majority of the class has failed. It's only with 15%, so it's like not heaps, but like I still would love to be able to pass everything this year. And then I have also done a contracts assignment, which was like 2 questions. That one was a 3,000 word assignment where you just had to like answer the questions, and then it had like a problem solving question for like the second question, where you had to like apply the law from like the first case and just like come up with some arguments about why someone could and couldn't do something. I haven't got any results back yet for that either. So that's currently where I'm at. Plan for this week is to work on a trusts assignment. So I have a trust assignment due on Friday. I haven't started it yet. I have done some prep with my study group, just chatting about it and kind of what we think, but I haven't actually like started writing yet. I may get an extension for that, I'm not quite sure, just to give me that bit of extra time, because I've had like assignments back to back to back. I also have a written piece for my public law workshop, which I have this week, which is part of the reason why I decided to vlog, because that workshop we have like every 3 weeks. It's not graded, but it goes towards a participation grade. And then I also have a written piece for torts due at the end of this month. So we're the 12th of May as I am filming this vlog, but again I would like to try and start it this week. Again, we've chatted about it in my study group, I just haven't like started writing anything. And that's all that I've got for semester 1 in terms of assignments and things. The tort workshop piece isn't graded either, it goes towards like a participation grade. I also thought I would show you guys my like calendar spreads and how I organize myself, because I have 2 calendars. I have a social calendar and then I have a uni calendar. So I'm going to show you the month of May, because I think by the time that this video goes up we will probably be out of May. So at the start I just have law year 2, and then up here I've just circled the month that I'm on. So as you can see, it's got my Monday through to Sunday here, and I've color coded all of my classes. So all of my trusts lectures are in orange, my public law classes for lectures and workshops are in blue, my law of torts workshops and lectures are in pink, and my law of contracts lectures and workshops are green. That way it just visually helps me to see what I've got on when, and I've also written the time obviously. Anything in purple is like when things are due, so that will be like assignments or workshop pieces. So it helps me to visually see when things are due, so I know that there are things that are due so I don't forget them, but also just so that I can see how long I've got until it's due. This monthly spread here is just from Kmart. I did purchase one of these in my last uni vlog, and then I also will highlight all of my breaks in yellow just so that I can kind of see when I'm off. I obviously haven't started putting semester 2 on the calendar yet, and then I have my social calendar right next to it, so then if I'm picking up shifts at work I can cross check about when I have classes, when all my assignments are due, and whether I can or can't. So I'm a very visual person, so having it like this just makes me feel a lot more organized and on top of everything, and that way I don't miss anything. So I am just about to catch the bus in about 10 minutes or so, and thought I would show you guys my outfit just before I head off. So this here is today's fit. I will pop my little Pinterest inspo picture here. It's not quite the same. I have done my hair in this little half up half down, which I tend to do quite a lot. Then I've just got this brown coat on here. It's quite like a thick coat, and I am gonna need it because obviously tonight we have our church event and we're not going home in between. And then I have just got this white long sleeve turtleneck on underneath. That was actually thrifted, but it's originally from Zara. I just have this little belt here which is from Kmart. It is slowly but surely starting to fall apart, so I do need to get a new one, but it's like my only like thick black belt. I've just got these jeans on, which again I thrifted. They're just originally from Cotton On. They're quite like a nice like autumn spring jean because they're not like too thick, but they're not too thin either. I've just rolled them at the bottom, and then I've just got my black Paige combat boots on my feet, which I honestly wear these shoes to absolute death. I love them. So yeah, that is the fit today. I'm going to take my black Paige bag. Let's head off to uni, and I will catch you guys when we are there. Good morning guys. So today is Tuesday and I have just gotten myself ready. So yesterday after I finished uni we went straight to the church event, and then we got home at like 10:30, so I didn't do any more uni yesterday. I just did the dishes, went to bed, read my book. It was a good time. So today I have 2 classes. So I have a public law lecture from 12 to 2, and then I have a 2-hour break, so I'll probably catch up with my study group. I'll try try and vlog what I can. They do know that I do YouTube. And then I have a torts lecture from 4 to 6. Torts kind of encompasses a lot of different areas, but for this semester we are focusing on negligence. Trusts yesterday is just a semester 1 paper, whereas public law and torts go like all the way through, which is kind of very similar to like my legal reasoning and writing last year that went all the way through. It is a pretty full-on day on Tuesdays because then Phil and I have Bible study tonight. So Phil finishes work, picks me up, we go straight there. We just have like leftovers for dinner normally in the car, and then we're there until like normally about 9:15. So by the time we get home it's like 10 o'clock. So by the time we get home on Tuesdays I am tapped and I don't want to do any more uni. I don't have any classes tomorrow, so it kind of balances things out. This morning I have had a pretty good morning. I got up, did my quiet time, I hung out the load of washing that I had done yesterday that I had put on just before I left for uni, and I've got another load on. I am a bit worried that it's gonna rain because it looks really grey outside. Let me show you. So like it is quite grey, but I'm hoping that it holds off. I thought I would show you guys my outfit today. It is a bit more of a newer outfit for me, so I'm kind of just like test running it and seeing what I think. My room is a mess, so you will have to excuse all the mess in the background because I had a really hard time trying to figure out what to wear today. But this here is today's fit. I do think I like it. It's just like a little bit different for me. I also might have to layer up with another layer over top because it can get quite cold at the moment. But I have got this plaid like flannel shirt thing. It's a really thick one, so it's really, really nice for like autumn winter. This was just from Kmart. Then I've got a long sleeve beigey brown top underneath. This is thrifted, but it's originally from Forever New. Then I just have this little gold coin necklace. I feel like this was Lavisa, but I could be wrong. It may have been another store, but I got it literally years and years and years ago, and I cannot remember where it was from. Same Kmart belt as yesterday. And then I've just got these Kmart, they're kind of like a grey black jean on, and I've just rolled the bottoms. I just felt like having a slightly more grey black pair of jeans would go with this outfit. I'll pop a little inspo picture from Pinterest of the outfit that I tried to recreate today. Obviously her flannel is a little bit more warm toned, but I don't really have anything like that, and I've only really got this one. And then I don't have my shoes on as of right now, but I think I might wear my same combat boots as yesterday. Just done my hair in a little half up, half down. Yeah, I have about like 20 minutes or so until I need to go and catch the bus. So I might try and clean up this bedroom a little bit, maybe hang out a little bit of the washing downstairs that has just finished. I will catch you guys when we are on the way to uni.
Got mascara?
Oh my goodness.
I'm kidding.
It's not that deep, guys.
Your elbows in it.
No, it's fun. This is so much fun. I love it. I'm gonna be famous.
Did we talk about like the red Ipsa Locata?
Nope.
What's under causation?
I've got here for sufficient proximity 2 different tests of remoteness, direct consequent test and the test of reasonable foreseeability.
Is a defense, isn't it? Yeah.
But we want to talk about all of it with under that umbrella of causation. Oh, it's like
the thing speaks for itself, so the thing that inflicted damage under the sole control of the defendant.
It's like the privacy one where there were 3 elements and then an additional one for defence. Like you talked about that separately too. You didn't include it in amongst the other elements.
No, yeah, it was at the end, yeah.
Okay, so then we'll talk about it later. Everybody, remember that.
It's the thing to say, like, there was no negligence because it just speaks for itself, whatever.
Back to causation.
I don't know if you had this down, but he did say something about judgment calls may not be negligent. It just depends on what the reasonable person would do in that scenario.
Oh yeah, like
The professional conduct?
Yeah.
So we want to have a separate section for causation, because I know in part standard of care,
Causation, it's the second one, it's the standard of care.
there's the cause of what would
A reasonable person do.
Yeah, like, yes, they have a standard that they should uphold, but then the cause element is what would a reasonable doctor do in that situation, which is confusing because you interview the professionals under standard of care, but you could also talk about it. But for, which kind of falls into our own version of proximity, and that's where we're going to talk about all the different causes.
We can just move on to remoteness.
Yes, I think that is a great call. So I say again, remoteness.
Let's go. Okay, I believe remoteness is part of module 6.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, we're covering
the
all
test
that.
of remoteness.
Yeah.
Direct consequences and then reasonable foreseeability were the two
I've
tests.
got Wagon Mound 1, so the events leading up to the loss. Yeah, that's the thing that
Wait,
I said.
what were those two you had?
Direct consequences and then reasonable foreseeability. The Taupo Borough Council versus Burney case were about the hotel flooding.
There's a hotel that's shut down in Taupo and people are trying to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
And it's like a heritage. Is this why?
It's literally says here, Taupo Borough Council.
Yeah.
Maybe it is that one, yeah.
I don't know what year, how long ago the case was, I don't have the year.
Yeah, I didn't have the year either.
It
Yeah,
was
but if it's that one.
1978.
Oh, there you go.
No, but like, apparently it kept going, but it was really run down, but people loved it for the heritage aspect, and so they shut it down because they're like, no, it's unsafe. But people are like, I don't care that it's unsafe, it's history.
Doesn't necessarily need to like be precise or like the extent of it. So it can be bigger than they expected, but as long as the overall like damage type is foreseeable, then it's okay.
So then the boat one is probably a good one.
Yeah,
like,
which is the Sivend.
so the boat crashed into the crane, and it doesn't matter whether they knocked the crane over or just made a little dent, it was still foreseeable that they could crash.
Yeah, I just wrote the crane needed to stay on the seabed.
Eureka! Because I like a little catchy catchphrase. Boat v crane.
Nice. Love it.
As long as the type or kind of damage is foreseeable, then they could be held liable.
You're like so calm, do you know, you make me feel calm.
Near the front?
Can we?
Yeah. Good morning everybody and welcome to day 3 of this uni week in my life. So today is Wednesday. I think the last thing that I filmed yesterday was me at the library. I really wanted to make a start on some of my readings for this week. And then Phil and I had our Bible study and then came home, and we got home at like 10:30. So we just went to bed and read our books. This morning I've had a pretty good morning so far. I did sleep in until like 9. I didn't sleep so great last night. I just was like very dreamy. Got up, did my quiet time, obviously got myself up, got myself ready for the day. I'm just in a very casual outfit today. I don't know if you guys can even see, but just some navy leggings that I thrifted, and then my new cream R.M. Williams jumper. I did hang out the washing this morning that I had done yesterday because I just didn't get time to do it before I left for uni. As you can also see, I've curled my hair, and today I have a pretty chill day until the evening. My plan for this morning is to start on my public law workshop question piece because it's due tomorrow. From 4 to 6 today I have an event for the Women in Law Club that I joined earlier at the start of the year, which I talked about in my last vlog. Basically, we're just going to a law firm and meeting with some lawyers and having some talks. And it's in support of the Breast Cancer Foundation, so it is a ticketed event. All of the money goes towards Breast Cancer Foundation. I'm really happy that I can support that. Obviously I will change out of this fit because it's not really appropriate, and I'll put something pink on. I will have to leave at 3. The law firm that we're going to is Meredith Connell, which is in the city. I'm not going to vlog the event just because it is my first time going to a law event. If I do film anything, it'll probably be on my phone. Yeah, that is my plan for today. I also thought I would show you guys my notes because I didn't show you guys the notes and things that I have taken at all this week, so let me show you. So we'll start off with trusts. So this trust lecture was definitely a lot more dense than what I'm used to for trusts. So I took all these notes, and also these notes here. I handwrite all of my notes. It's just the easiest way for me to do it. I also write some things in like different colors just to kind of break things up a little bit. Sometimes I will write slide because I'll just screenshot from the slide because maybe there's too much for me to write. I also, as you guys would have seen, started a reading for trusts, but I haven't finished that. Now we will move on to public. Public was also a very, very dense lecture yesterday. I took all of these notes here and all of these notes. So in trusts we were talking about exemptions and indemnity clauses and tracing when it comes to breaches, and then in public we were just talking about the court system and how that works. Finally we have torts. Torts is always a very dense lecture, so I took all these notes, and these notes. So this is probably like 1 page more than what I typically take for torts. Just contains a lot of information. We're obviously talking about negligence, and within negligence yesterday we were talking about public authorities and the liability that they can be held to, so like the police, the ambulance, the fire services, things like that. And it was really, really interesting. Also didn't film too much in my study group yesterday. I got like a little clip of like our conversation. There was quite a good group of us yesterday. There was Hannah, Kira, Max, Matthew, Dana, Katie and me. It was a very productive conversation. We were just going over torts. Each day we tend to go over something different. So this is how we're looking so far. Basically done my issues in like bold, and then I've done like a little bit of law for some of them, and then started to do some analysis and things. But I think I'm gonna leave this here for now because I've been working on this for about an hour and a half, and I write better at night. I think now that I've like got the issues from this problem here, I'm gonna continue writing it a bit more tonight. I think I'm just gonna start on doing some readings. You guys can see like I still have so many readings and like things to do. This is the reading I started yesterday, so talking about trustees' defenses on the LexisNexis website, and this is how long it is. Like so long, just under 120 paragraphs, and I read just under 30 yesterday. What the hell? That's annoying. Oh, I've just inhaled my perfume. Okay, so I have just gotten ready for the event. I decided to go makeup free just because I don't really know how like smart these things are gonna be. I don't want to like overdress, but I also don't want to underdress. So I feel like having my hair done like this kind of just makes it look really nice and smart. So I thought I'd show you guys my outfit. So this here is my outfit for the pink ribbon thing. I have this pink jumper on here. I call it my funfetti jumper because it kind of looks like fairy bread with all the like different specks of color in it. This was purchased from Princess Polly like quite a few years ago, so I don't know if you can still get it. Then I've just got my black business pants on, which were thrifted, but I think they're originally from H&M, and then I've just lint rollered them so that they are nice. And then I've just got on my Mi Piace Florentine chunky loafers just because I don't really want to wear boots, and I know a lot of lawyers wear these shoes. My perfume of choice today is this one here, which is Black Opium by YSL. That's the fifth. I think I'm even going to put on my puffer jacket as well. I didn't quite finish that reading for trusts. I got about almost 60 paragraphs done. It is a lot later now. It is almost 10:30. I obviously have got back from the event. I got back from the event at like around 7, I think. In theory, I probably actually could have brought my camera, but I just didn't quite know what the vibe was, so I didn't. But I'm happy I could get some things on my phone. We just had 3 lawyers and 2 business come and just chat to us a little bit about their careers, how they found law school, just some like advice going into the profession and things like that. And it was also a really good opportunity to network. So one of my friends was there from my torts workshop, which is great. Also knew one of the girls there, so I used to work with her, and then I knew that she left to get a reception job at a law firm, but now she was like in event planning at that law firm, so she was there, and so we had a bit of a catch up, and that was really nice because she was like one of the first faces I saw when I got to the event, and I had no idea, and she was like, oh my gosh, like I thought it was you with your name on the guest list. So that was really cool. That just kind of eased the anxiety of not really knowing anyone that was going. I did stay a little bit later to talk to a criminal defense lawyer and then a lawyer in civil litigation, and they've really like stressed the importance of like networking and things like that, so I really enjoyed it. I'm really happy that I went. I got a little sticker with my name, which this was actually so helpful to know who everyone was because names is not my strong suit. Since then, had dinner, and I've just been sat at the computer since I got home pretty much, so maybe like 2.5 hours, and I've just finished my public law piece. I identified 3 in the problem. There's probably like more, but I think for now this is a good starting point, and then we just had to give some advice about what would happen in a court case just with the problem. So I've done that at the end. I know that it's not being marked, it's just to see how much we know, but I think we are going through this problem tomorrow in our public law workshop. Phil is also home now. He's just reading his book. Good morning, everybody. So today it is Thursday, and this morning I have just gotten up and started getting ready for uni. Today I actually have 2 classes. So I have a lecture from 10 to 12 for contract law, and then straight after that, so from 12 to 1, I have a public law workshop, and I think I might meet up with my study group afterwards for maybe like an hour or so, because I think we're working on contracts today, and my plan is to come home and try and smash out a few more readings. This here is today's fit. I'm gonna have to show you an outfit thing here because Phil is still in bed. I'll pop my little inspo picture here today. But this really nice cream cable knit jumper here. This one was one that I got in a clothes swap, but it's originally from Zara, and it's just really nice because it's got like the frilly sleeves and stuff, so there's a little bit of something to it. Underneath I just have a grey long sleeve which I thrifted. I think it's just originally from Glassons though. I've got these blue jeans on. They're a little bit different to the girl in the photos jeans, but I don't really have anything that'll kind of fit similar to what she's got, but these are just from Kmart. And then I think I'm going to wear my white floral sneakers. I am just about to have some breakfast because I have to leave for the bus in about 10 minutes or so. I am home now and it is a lot later on now. I think the last thing I filmed was catching up with my study group. So it was a good number today. So it was me, Katie, Hannah, Dana, and then Matthew and Luna. We obviously like chatted for a little bit, and then we did also do some contracts work. I had some food. I've just prepped dinner. I won't be able to start cooking it for like an hour just because it has to like marinate and like process and stuff. I'm making sweet and sour chicken, so it is like a bit of a process. And then I actually just read my book for an hour. I'm reading Iron Flame. I'll be able to see on the couch. I've got like 100 pages left. I was in the study group until like 3:30 and then I left, so it was like 2.5 hours after my last class. I thought I would show you guys the notes and things that I took for today. Contracts was quite a dense lecture today. All of these notes here, all of these notes here, and then all of these notes here. So this is probably the most I have ever taken in contracts. And then I also did take some notes in my public law workshop. So I took all these notes and we discussed the constitutional issues and the problem. There were 9 in total and I got about 4 of them. So I mean, not bad. A lot of people kind of got around the 3 or 4 mark. We also talked a little bit about the assignment and a little bit of feedback on that. Tomorrow when I get home, I ideally want to work on my trusts assignment. I did get an extension on it, just so that I've got like a couple of extra days, because I've been feeling really overwhelmed this semester with like how much we have to do, not just in terms of like the content, but also like just with the assignments, having them like back to back to back, while also having like workshop pieces and trying to manage that with like all of my church commitments and my commitments here and trying to manage my YouTube uploads. I have just found this like year in particular daunting, and like it definitely feels like there is a big step up from year 1 law to year 2 law, and I don't think I was quite expecting how much of a jump it is, and you get like triple the amount of readings in year 2. Good morning everybody. So today is Friday. It's currently about 7:45. I'm trying to speak really quietly because Phil is still like sleeping in our room. Today I have 2 classes. So I have both my workshops today, or like your like tutorials. So I have one from 9 to 10 for contract law, and then I have a 2-hour break, and then I have another workshop for my torts law class from 12 to 1. They are a bit harder to record in because everyone is like sitting at tables. I may be meeting up with a friend today. It's Cara. You guys know Cara. She's just going through a bit of stuff at the moment. I probably won't record the study group today just because I've already recorded it twice this week. And then when I get home, my plan is to start working on my trusts assignments. I thought I would show you guys my outfit today. I don't know if you guys can see, but I've got this claw clip in my hair, which is from Glassons. I've just got this brown knit jumper here, which again I thrifted. I think it's originally just from Glassons though. These white jeans that have got a bit of distressing in them, they are just from Kmart. And then I do also have my black Converse on my feet. Today looks like a beautiful day today. Let me show you. Look at this. Blue skies. There's obviously like a bit of cloud, sunshine. I love mornings like this, and hearing all the birds in the trees. Yesterday as well, after I talked to you guys last, I did in fact finish that chapter 28 of trusts, and then I also read the sections from chapter 25 and chapter 15 as well that I needed to. So it is a lot later now. It is 5:30 and I have literally just gotten home. I had my 2 workshops today. I did also go and see my study group in the middle of those 2 workshops, but there was me, Katie, Hannah, Kira, Luna, Dana, Max was there, and then Matthew was there for like a little bit of it and then he left. And then I went back after my last class for about 40 minutes or so, met up with Cara, which was really nice, ran some errands with her, got Subway for lunch, didn't film any of it. And now that I've come home, I thought I would show you guys what I took from the workshops today. So for contracts, this is kind of everything that we went over. So we're talking about undue influence, show you for torts as well. We're just going through negligence, and we're talking about vicarious liability. My plan for right now is I'm going to have a little bit more food, and then we have an assignment video that we can watch just to like get a bit of guidance with how to go about the assignment. We started watching it in my study group like last week, I think, but we never finished it. We have already like talked it through and like planned it out and stuff, but I just want to like fully watch that video before I get stuck into writing, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. I think I'm picking Phil up tonight when he finishes work, so that's going to pretty much be my evening tonight.
Wrote out a note. He stated that the farm was to be held upon trust for Ryan.
Hello guys, so it is actually a couple of days later since I last vlogged. Just give you a rundown as to what kind of happened towards the end of the week. So it was a pretty busy end of the week. So I think the last time I vlogged was on Friday. I did go and pick up Phil from work, came home, had a shower, and then just went to bed and read my book. Still reading Iron Flame. I have like 50 pages left. I was trying to finish it, but I also finished Shopaholic Ties the Knot earlier in the week. Saturday I edited up a beauty haul, and then I just worked on my assignment for like pretty much the rest of the day. At like 5 o'clock I went to go and pick up my friend Cara. She came around here again, so it was like back to back seeing Cara, which was really nice. And then we got ready for a friend's leaving party. So our friend Daisy, a different one to who you guys met in Vlogmas, she's leaving to go back to the UK, so we had a leaving party for her. So we left the house at like 6:30 and then ended up just like hanging at her house, and then we did go out to town as well, which I haven't been out to town in like probably like 6 months or so. We were out till like 2:30, so I didn't end up filming anything on Saturday just because it was like editing and then assignment and then picking up Cara. Yesterday was Sunday, which was my rest day, and I don't do any uni on Sundays. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and end this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this week of uni. It definitely was quite a good week to kind of show just all the like different things that I have on each week and like the different things that I fill my time with. I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. If you did, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please make sure to turn on the notifications and check out my social media. It's always linked down below in the description box. If you guys enjoyed this uni video and you want to watch more that I filmed on my channel, I have an entire playlist, so I'll leave that playlist down below. And yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see for this year of uni, then let me know that as well. Thank you so much if you're still here at the end. I know this video has probably been a long one. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.